Allow me to introduce myself. My name's John Besant, and once upon a time I was an engineer. I'm pretty dangerous these days in an oil refinery, but that's how I began. And I really got interested in innovation through frustration. Working mostly for large companies, I was fairly clear early on that the innovation challenge was not really one of money. There was capital available for projects that were important. It certainly wasn't a shortage of smart people. They'd employed me after all. No, the real challenge in innovation was that despite all the resources, all the inputs, somehow the outputs weren't necessarily as good as they could be. It wasn't a case of catastrophic failure, but certainly things could have been better. The products and services we offered, the processes we used to create them, things could have worked better. And so I became interested in innovation, and I had a wonderful opportunity to study my doctorate whilst working as an engineer inside a company. So I was working, doing engineering stuff, but simultaneously trying to understand how innovation worked inside a medium-sized chemical company. It was a wonderful time. I learned a great deal about innovation. One or two things I think we improved on the way, but it gave me a taste for research. Not research in the theoretical sense, but trying to use research to help make sense of a practical question, in this case, innovation. And that's where I've been for the last 40 years, essentially doing a mixture of research and engaging with the real context in which innovation happens. I spent my time in the universities particularly, leading research teams, carrying out a variety of projects, initially around technology themes, broadening out into some of the softer areas, but always with the question, how can we make innovation happen? Now, the challenge in innovation is how to create value from ideas. That's its simple definition, and for me, that's really the key question I've been addressing all my life. Trying to understand how we do this in many different contexts. Most recently, my work has taken me into the humanitarian space, where organizations like the Red Cross or Save the Children are struggling with the challenge of innovation. But their challenge of how we make it happen is essentially the same as how to make it happen in a startup, or how to make it happen in a large established organization, or in a hospital, or some other part of the public sector. Different contexts, we might need to adapt the solutions, but basically the underlying lessons are the same. So I've spent a lot of time trying to contribute to that research agenda, and I've also been fascinated by how I might share that knowledge as a teacher and as a coach. And so a lot of my time, again, particularly recently, has been looking at different ways in which we might understand innovation and communicate that set of skills and capabilities to others. So please have a look around the website, take advantage of any of the resources you think might help you, and if there are particular questions, do let me know. If you want to find out a little more about me, then there's a full CV available on the website.